Whether she's writing under Granger or Desiree, she's been crafting worlds since she was in seventh grade, who found it easier to write her truth than to say it out loud. Her journey has taken her from fan fiction forums to indie shelves, from indie publishing contracts to total creative freedom. And her stories carry the heartbeat of Black culture in every page. Whether we are in the streets of ATL, walking through the magical HBCUs, or navigating the realm of faith, fantasy, and chaos that somehow feel like home. Today, we're peeling back every layer, talking character arcs, plot explosions, magical unpredictability, and the beauty of Black fantasy done our way. Let's get into it.
Child. Wow. You wrote that? You wrote that? Girl. Okay, all right, because I know that echo is probably like insane right now. All right. What you want to know, girl? Oh, first, happy birthday. All right, what you want to know, girl? Let me go ahead and mute myself. What's up?
Okay, my first question is, you said that when you were young, instead of saying it, you wrote it. So, but there's always one moment where a writer stops hiding in the margins and starts building for the world to see. What was that moment for you?
That's, I don't know. I feel like the lines are kind of blurred with that, especially in middle school, because I know when I picked up, I don't know if it was Fly Girl or The Coldest Winter Ever. One of them two books did it for me. And I said, well, I ain't got nothing going on in my life, in this seventh grade life of mine. I'm not sneaking out to no parties. I'm not going, I ain't doing nothing. But I said, I know I can write a story like this. Let me try it. And to me, I don't know why. I just didn't have no problem with anybody reading it, passing it around. And you know what, today? You know what? I know I'm about to go off topic real quick, but I thought about it today and I said, I think my background as a fan fiction writer kind of helps blur the lines between. What was the question you just asked? Because I'm trying to get to that point. I'm trying to get to that question, but I really think, go ahead, ask the question.
I just wanted to know, like, what was the moment where a writer stops hiding in the margins, like, they just come out full force and starts building the world to see. What was that moment? Like, what particular moment was it that you was just like, shit, y'all gonna take this shit?
The moment I started writing. I don't, seventh grade. That was it. Now we talking professional. I don't know. I really felt like, for the love of ATL, I said, y'all gonna take this in my little crayon cover and y'all gonna love it. I don't know. There was really no, I don't think you could tell me that I was writing. Maybe you could probably tell me, the writing needs a lot of work, technicality, all that stuff. But storytelling, you really can't tell me nothing about. I don't know. I really feel like I'm that girl when it comes to storytelling. That was my moment. Seventh grade, professionally, my very first series. I said, here, have it for free, because I know it's good. Take it. Take it.
So fan fiction is often dismissed, but it's a training ground for voice, pacing, and obsession with character detail. What about writing fan fiction shaped the author you are, your signature style we see now?
I think with fan fiction, yeah, I'm definitely a fan fiction writer. That's crazy that I'm just realizing that today. With fan fiction, so when I was in high school, for those that don't know, I used to write on those B2K forum websites, like way back in the day. I would be in the library after school, I'll put out my little, much like how I'm doing on Patreon right now, I'll put out my episodes, and it was the instant feedback, because I had a nice, good chunk of following. Every time I put out an episode, they were like, oh girl, we was waiting on you in the comments, this and that. So putting out an episode, knowing that people are about to read it and give you feedback, great feedback at that. I don't know. That's how I am today. It's the same thing. I really don't think I've stopped that. I feel like I'm more focused on readers that enjoy reading, specifically my work. I don't really care about the technicalities of, I guess, being an author, That's probably why you don't see me marketing like, hey, make sure you leave a review. Hey, you make sure you this and that. Because I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I really just want you to read the book and just enjoy it. That's all I care about. Like, y'all, with this book going in stores, I'm getting hit with so much. Okay, we need you to do this and do that. And I'm like, damn, this is a lot of work I just wanted to write the story. I don't want to focus on that other stuff. I really don't. But if I want New York bestseller, I know I got to do what I got to do. So yeah, that being fan fiction writer, just author to reader connection, it's instant. That's pretty much all that I care about. I don't care about the technicalities, the cover. Well, I do. I love the covers. I do care about the covers. Let's stop there. But all that other stuff, I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. Till this day, I don't care about it. I don't know.
So, what were your earliest steps into indie publishing, and what made you stay? Like, was there a moment you realized this was where you had the most freedom at?
I think so. When I started out, I didn't know. I wanted to. So I really. This is fun. I ain't never told nobody this. So with Triple Crown, you guys know Triple Crown. Y'all know Triple Crown Publishing. I wanted to so bad to write a story and turn it in. I used to look at the back of it all the time. I don't know if it was in the back of it or if I looked it up and they're like, hey, turn in your work, turn in your submission, this and that, wah. Somehow I lost that along the way, but around 2014, once I discovered you could put out your own book, I was like, on Amazon, just upload it. I was like, oh, is that easy? I got right back into fan fiction mode. I said, okay, well, let me whip up a story real quick for the love of ATL. That's how that came about. And I didn't know where everybody was getting the fancy covers from. Like y'all call them the mixtape covers. I don't know, club flyers. That's what I call them, club flyers. It's always going to be a little car with some rims on there and it's going to be a girl, something. So I was like, I don't know where they're getting those covers from. And I don't really think it matches what I'm trying to do. So I did my own thing. And I said, you know what? If people read it and enjoy it, if I get 10 readers, I'm cool. I can stick with my 10 readers. I don't know. Since I started out indie and started out having freedom, it didn't make sense for me to go to a publisher where it was now taken away. Plus, publishers weren't paying me no mind back in the day anyway. I'm like, oh, this the girl with... But when Carter Boys blew up, on my end first, I became friends with author Genesis Woods. That's my girl. I don't know if she in here or not. That's my girl. And she's like, this needs to be in stores and I can help you get in stores. I said, okay, girl. To do that, we had to republish it, put a publisher's name on there, Blake Carrington, and just re-put it out. And it was the craziest thing. I'm like, well, damn, everyone's already read Carter Boys. No, they have not. The moment you put that publisher's name on there, all of a sudden the readers that only read books from publishers, they got onto it. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, but I didn't really have a say in the cover. I didn't really have a say in how, it was put out. And I know I wanted to tell him like, hey, don't introduce me as your author under your thing. 'Cause I'm still indie. Now my image is fully indie author. I do my own thing. I do my own covers. I don't want to be considered a published author. I don't want to do that. But in his words, he's like, yeah, but in order for us to sell this book, we have to, Darla, sorry, y'all, my dog. She's like, in order to sell this book, we have to get you, like, we have to have you looking like an official author, regardless if you're indie or, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, fine, so boom. It's republished, Carter Boys. So far, till this day, that's still my biggest selling series. It has not touched Maggie Gray at all. Carter Boys and Carter Girls it didn't even scratch the surface with Maggie Gray, which is crazy because this was before TikTok. So once that came out, I'm still publishing indie on my side. And so now I have the readers that only read from publishers. They're like, oh, okay, well, let me see what you got here. Even though it's not under a publisher, I'm still curious to see what you've written on this side. So that was when the Sky Sisters and all that stuff came out. But I don't know. Being indie, now I see it's like the thing to be indie now, but I get why authors would want to be traditionally published. I understand it because it takes a lot of stress off. You don't have to worry about the cover. You don't have to worry about marketing so much. You don't have to worry about, you have someone that's that's there for you. You got a whole team. You got a whole, they had like pin sisters. They had like pin sisters. Like, oh, y'all, me and my pin sisters. No, honey, it was just me and my books, my laptop. That's it. And to be honest, I prefer it that way. So I probably will never do that again. And it wasn't a bad experience. Let me chill. It wasn't a bad experience. I like my freedom. I like my freedom to write what I want to write. Like, there's so much technicality in how they want book covers back then. I don't know about now, but there's so much technicality in how they wanted book covers to look back then. Like, I was like, hey, I like my book covers drawn. Well, we need a man and a woman on the cover because a man and a woman, it signifies this and that, womp, womp, womp. If we do this, if the girl's posing this way, she has to da, 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 da. And I'm like, well, I don't have, my main girl is dark skinned and she doesn't look like this. Oh, well, we do. It's just a lot of technicalities to get y'all attention with those covers. And in my mind, I'm like, I want my cover to make sense. I want it to like match the story exactly, but they don't, I don't think they think readers pay attention to that. And some of y'all don't, but you know, I do. I do. So yeah, yeah. So that's, yeah.
Okay, so how do you mentally switch between writing as Desiree and writing as Granger? Because if Desiree and Granger were in the same room, what would that argument about who and what look like?
Child. I thought I was doing something with this Granger name, but I just answered this question earlier about what are the writing styles different? I'm like, child, no, they not. But it's funny because there's still some people that don't realize I write both. Like, a lot of people don't know I'm the author of Maggie Gray and The Perfect Sister and Carter Boys. And I'm about to add a third name. So my third and final name. I know. Yeah, I know. But the argument would probably look like, right now, I think Desiree is a little like irritated because it's almost like, girl, what the fuck? Like, you just abandoned me. I built all this shit over here. You just abandoned me. But then Granger is looking like, girl, it took me 2.5 seconds to take off. But I don't think Granger could do it without Desiree, honestly. So I don't know.
Because some of Desiree's characters are in blanks.
I'm a big, authors may not admit, I will recycle a character's personality like that. So I will do it. I don't care. I do not care. So, but yeah, the argument would just be them two looking at each other, Desiree and Granger looking at each other like, girl, you know, but we in it together though. We in it together. So we got to add the middle name. The last one is the middle name and then I'm done. So yeah.
So I read that you stated that you enjoy critiquing movies. But which ones have you dragged that you still watch over and over, and why?
Okay. So, oh God. I won't watch it over and over, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you the movies I don't like. Black Panther. And it's not, hold on. The movie itself, great. I don't think Michael B. Jordan is a great actor, and I stand on that. I will die on that top of that hill, and say it. So anything he's in, I cannot watch. Now, Sinners. When Mortal Affairs comes out, y'all gonna see I hijack that. Have you seen Sinners? You might have. Yeah, so I'm gonna hijack that scene where they're in the little juke joint dancing and stuff. I got a scene like that in Mortal Affairs because I fell in love with that scene. But again, I'll watch that a few times, but the whole time I'm like, that's a terrible country accent. Oh my God. Who's telling him to talk like this? They don't talk like this and such and such. And then I will say this. The writer in me appreciated the dragging in the beginning, but I believe the movie didn't start until them Indians came. The Native Americans came on them horses chasing that man up into that house. To me, that's when the movie started. But the writer in me appreciated the slow burn. But the viewer in me was like, man, I thought this was a vampire movie. Like, where the vampires at? You know what I mean? So I'll watch that a few times, but the whole time I'm critiquing it like, I wouldn't have told this story like this. And then the end of that movie. The End of Sinners, where it's this whole, he goes into this World War III, pow, pow, ducking behind the tree, the bush and stuff, shoot. And I'm like, where does that come from? Where did that come from? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, that was the oddest thing. It just did not make any sense. It did not make any sense to me. But, like, he went G.I. Joe. Like, I don't know. Girl, I'm getting upset all over again. What's the next question?
What the fuck? I'm over here looking at all my Black Panther Storm shit, and I'm just like, oh my god. Okay. So, how does that love of breaking down films influence how you write scenes? Like, okay, here's the question. You get the budget of a Marvel movie tomorrow. Which one of your books gets the blockbuster treatment, and who's playing the lead?
Okay. I can do this. Honestly, I really think, and I'm not saying this because the book is out, kind of, sort of, but I really think Mortal Affairs is going to be my blockbuster, my blockbuster hit. And I say this because I wrote it with the mind of being a director and not so much a writer. So when I was writing one of the scenes, I was thinking about the lighting. Like, okay, let me make sure the lighting is hitting like, that's literally how I'm typing the scene. I'm like, I need the lighting to hit the side of her face. I need her, when he's dragging the sheet down from her thigh, I need it to be a slow drag. I want you to hear the breathing, the intensity of the scene. Like, I was thinking more director mode, more so than just the writer creep in the room watching these two characters about to bang it out. And I'm just typing away. So I think Mortal Affairs should get my big budget. But if I had to choose a book that's out that most people have read, I don't know, because my Perfect Sister. Honestly, Perfect Sister. I'll be in the background. I'll play a background. I don't even have to be the director on that. I'll play the background. That's fine. I'll make sure everything runs smooth from the background. But Perfect Sister for sure. But I think Mortal Affairs and Perfect Sister, those two for sure. Yeah.
Hi, y'all thought she was gonna say Drew Collins. Y'all thought it. All right. So your books never sit neatly in one box. They sometimes have a little urban fiction in it, fantasy, paranormal. How do you keep dozens of character arcs? Because you have a lot of character arcs and layered plots from collapsing under their own weight.
Child, so, oh God, this is going to be super, not embarrassing, but like, I'm just now finding out that, I don't know if it's Booktalk or just the book community. I didn't know now that things are being like described as arcs. Like, someone asked me, they're like, so what's the main arc of your book? And I'm like, the what? What is that? I'm like, what? I don't be knowing I don't know what any of that is. It was like, yeah, the arc. What's your MMC? Who's your MMC and MF? I'm like, who? So to me, I think a story, I don't think I could write it any other way. I think it gets, for me. I commend authors that can focus on one or two characters, one storyline, stick to one genre, but I don't think life in general or stories should be told that way. I think you can have, like, okay, for example, Mortal Affairs. I had asked Patreon, I said, what genre do you think this falls under? Because I'm going to have to put it on the category on Amazon and I don't know what to put. Towards the end, it seems really romancy. But in the beginning, it's very mystery. And then I wanted to try writing horror. So I was like, let me throw some horror in here. Yeah, I really wanted to attempt it. So if I want to try something, I'm going to test it out on the story-line. I'm like, fuck it, let's just try it. Let's just see where it goes. That's why I'm really nervous about this book, because I don't want nobody to laugh me out the room. Like, I ain't never tried. I've never tried it before. I guess my question to that would be, why do books have to fit under one arc or one genre? Like, why do y'all readers find it easier to separate your books like that? Like, would y'all prefer to read one Like, if you want to read another genre, you just go to a different author that writes in that genre. Why not get it all in one story? You know what I mean?
I literally think that, because I'm not gonna speak for all readers, but for me myself, I like a book that is multifaceted, because that's why I am so attracted to romance, suspense, and um dark paranormal, because it is never the cookie cutter or the Eurocentric version of it. Because whether y'all know it or not, some of y'all still write that Eurocentric lab version of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go through that same code and don't deviate from that. But when writers deviate from that, and you get romance, horror, Southern Gothic horror, you get paranormal, supernatural, because paranormal and supernatural is different. And you get mystery, you get thriller, all in one book. There is not a category it can be in, but you can go into multiple categories because you wrote in a multifaceted way.
What? Damn, you just said something I wanted to ask you. Oh shit, you just said something I wanted to ask you about. Damn, never mind. You threw me off when you said supernatural and horror weren't the same. And I was like, wait. So what's the difference?
All right. Here's the breakdown. Speculative fiction is the umbrella, right? Under that umbrella is paranormal. Your paranormal is vampire, well, not vampires, but shifters, fairies, fae. That's the magical. You know what I'm saying? Then you have supernatural, the ghosts, the folklore, the mythos, the anything Anansi, Shango, Oshun, vampire, different stuff like that. Then you have Southern Gothic. That is slave. That is our pain. That is slavery. That's our pain described in the book, but it's horror because it's our truth. It is lessons learned. That's Southern Gothic, and it's all happening down south. Then you have what's another one? I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. So, okay. So I didn't know about Southern Gothic. Okay, damn. I guess that would be more. They don't have that category on Amazon, I don't think. Well, whatever. Amazon ain't the determining
They
factor.
have it for a white folk.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, you said some writers still write in a Eurocentric. What do you mean by that?
Okay. The Eurocentric is following the lines in which you read a book from a white author that is in speculative fiction, supernatural, paranormal, or just romance in general. You follow the same guidelines, and that book comes out sounding like a white person. There's a difference between a black person writing a book and a white person writing a book. There's a difference between a Latino person writing a book and a white person writing a book. There is a different soul to it. There's a different culture to it. There's a different connotation to it. Where we can write AAVE, where a Latino person can use whatever language they're using. A Asian person can use whatever language. That slang, that soul from that culture dips into that book. So some authors are scared to dip into their culture because they don't want to shy away from readers that are white, because they don't want them to be like, oh, I don't understand what's going on. Oh, I can't relate to this book. So they make it bland, and they lose who they are as authors unless they just write bland.
Okay. So, what's so funny? So when I started Secret World of Maggie Gray, I told myself, I think I said this in the podcast, I was like, I want to do something different. And this, don't kill me in the audience. Don't kill me in don't kill me in the comments. Please don't. I don't do this internet shit. I said, I know my black folks. I know my black family. I know they gonna ride. We gonna read it. We gonna enjoy it. This is our culture. Whatever. I was like, but I think I want white readers to read and enjoy Maggie Gray as well. So I told myself, I said, I'm gonna take out. Well, I'm getting too old anyway. I was like, I'm gonna take out the N word because I don't even want them to say it in their head. And I said, everything else, I'm gonna keep it the same. I'm like, it's almost like, I'm like, hey, I want you to see what we do on our end in the South and what it looks like when we touch magic and we have, this and that, womp, 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 without. So I see what you mean by, like, not saying, I see what you mean by that, about not being, being afraid of losing that white reader base or whatever the case is. I get that. But there are some authors that be like, you know what, I'm kind of ready to expand, but I don't agree with compromising who you are as a writer and how you tell your stories. It's almost like, you know what? Don't just let them in and let them see what it's like on our side. I know someone now. I had one person asked me, he's like, "Are you ever going to include, I guess, white people in what you call it?" And I said, "No, I've done it." In my I said, no, I think my books are diverse enough. It's cool. I was like, Black people, we come in all different shapes and forms. It's already diverse enough. I mean, and plus in my real everyday life, it's like I talk to white people maybe once or twice a year or so. I don't see that many where I'm at in this part of Atlanta anyway.
I I feel like with that, there's so much underlying misdirection when people ask that, for the simple fact that all we ever saw was white people in books. Fantasy, romance, you name it. That's all we ever saw. And the fact that diversity in their eyes is they have to be included is very telling of how they feel about themselves. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people are ingrained in that mentality. The minute someone of color steps out and makes diversity in the way it should be, they like, oh, but you didn't include us. You're including everything else. Why do I need to include you? Because a dark-skinned girl and a biracial girl is really not going to be in your book, except unless they the joke or the punchline. Or they're the fat friend, or the one you tell all your problems to, but have about this much of a role in the book. It's never, us being ourselves. And I get the word saying nigga and all that stuff. I get that. Because I don't want you saying it either. I don't even want you saying Negro, no ho, no nothing. Nothing to start with an N, goddammit, with a grow on the end of it. I don't want that either. But at the same time, if you replace it with another slang word or something like, girl, this fool, or this dude, or whatever, it might be whatever slang that's in Atlanta that replaces nigga, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, oh, I don't understand that. You need to put a glossary in so I can understand what they're talking about. Oh, this is not for me, And that's been the whole premises of the excuse of why I don't read Black books. Because I don't understand it and it don't sit well with me because I don't see myself in it. Bitch, I had to see myself in the Babysitters Club. Do you think I look like them little white bitches? A bitch had to read Danielle Steele. You know you hard up you reading Danielle Steele. Or Nora Roberts. Come on now. You know you hard up.
Nora Roberts, girl. I be calling her the airport books. I see her books in the airport all the time. Nora Roberts. Child, or Goodwill. One of the two. Airport or Goodwill. Yeah, child, someone asked me, they said, it was a white guy, because I was kind of shocked. And they was like, hey, he's like, look, I'm okay with being the only white guy there. I just really want a ticket to the underground event. I really enjoyed Maggie Gray's series. And all I could do was laugh, because I'm like, I'm glad. I didn't say this to him, but in my head, I'm like, I really just want it to be us. I was like, next time I do it though, I don't care who, whatever, enjoy the book, this and that. But no, I really, really just want it to be us, for us, by us, FUBU, So, but yeah, I get what you mean about compromising. Because I, on one hand, authors, it's commendable that we want to expand our readership and this and that. But on the other hand, do not compromise who you are, where you come from, this and that, And I went to an HBCU. I had the time of my life. That's why I dropped out. That's why I couldn't finish. I had the time of my life, girl. Time of my life. All right. True college dropout. Too much fun. But yeah, Yeah. Okay, girl, my bad. We got off on a tangent. What's the next question, girl?
All right. So I call you the queen of character development for a reason. Um, yes, I do. So why do you believe deeply fleshed out characters make the world richer? And which of your characters has surprised you the most by becoming bigger than you planned, and did that change the plot?
Child. Child. Now I ain't gonna. I don't know so much about changing the plot, but because I'm very much, my priority is the characters and the stories. The readers come second. I come second. It ain't. That's just what it is. The characters that surprised me the most, the ones I usually hate. Shiloh Carter, girl. Why do people like him? I don't understand it. Jade from Carter Boys. I forgot her last name. Um. Quan, Maggie Gray. My mom, I tell my mom not to read my stuff, so she's been good at not reading it, but for some reason she read Maggie Gray series, and so she'll call me that Quan character, that cat, he's so funny. And I'm like, why do people like Quan? Why? He's so aggy to write. I will never understand it. I will never understand it. Now I will say the hate that I got for Asha made me want to, not the hate, but like a lot of people was annoyed by her. And to be honest, I don't know why I do my up north characters like that. I've noticed that pattern. You know, authors, we have a pattern. If you read authors, like if authors like take a look at their stuff, they catalog, they'll start to notice a pattern. My pattern is always, when I do characters from up north, they're always rude, they're always aggy, they're always just whatever. I don't see people like that up north. I don't see y'all like that in real life, but for some reason in my books, y'all come out loud and aggy. So when Asha came about and the hate that she got in comparison to Susie and Jean and this and that, whatever, it made me want to give her like a Cinderella story towards the end. Not so much like, I just wanted her to have a moment where she grows up. Especially in book 3, and she starts to realize, okay, you know, I can do that. I can be better than this. I can blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. Those are my only characters. The only one I changed the plot for, I feel like, was Asha. Anybody else? Percy. I love me some Percy. So I'm not surprised by him. You don't like Percy, girl. I love Percy, but I knew he was going to be good towards the end, so I was going to drag him and Jasmine through the mud, girl. I don't care. I knew he was going to be good. I knew he was going to be good to the end. I did. I was like, y'all, just please trust me. Just hang on. Let's just wait for me on book 3. It's going to turn around. I'm just going to drag him a little bit more, but it's going to turn around. It's going to be the best ending possible. As far as character development, I don't know. I feel like they're real people, so why not give them real traits, real quirkiness, real, problems, I don't know. They're not book characters. They're just, they are, but they're people. I don't know. I don't know how, I don't know. You call me the queen of it. I don't know how, cause I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't even know how I write the shit, child.
I say you the queen of it. This is how you dragged me in by my shaved off edges. All right, you and Maggie Gray. Some people don't like multiple POVs. Not only did you give us multiple POVs, but you gave us the world building within the character and the character building within the world. So it was just like all of that was happening all at the same time. It wasn't separated. It wasn't, okay, I'm a world build you to death and make you fall asleep. No, you literally intermingled everything together. So therefore, it was just like, what the fuck?
What books y'all be reading? What books y'all be reading? Because I feel like every author knows you use the character to build the story, to build your background. That's what I do. So if authors don't know, future writers use the character to build your background. That's all. That's the trick. Use them to build the background. So, and since this is a series, I'm still currently world building. But damn, what books you be reading? Because that don't even sound right.
I can't even say, because some of those books are some people's favorites. And I, just like you critique movies, I critique books. And sometimes, woo! I be like, what the fuck? When is the character gonna come in? I don't give a fuck how the grass looked for the last 20 pages.
I will say though, it's easier to do it if it's third person. Then I can see how it would be hard because it's probably more narration than dialogue. I so badly want to write in third person, but I can't do it for some reason. I don't know. But I prefer to read third person, but I prefer to write first. But it's probably easier to write that, to world build first person. So maybe, I don't know. If any future writers out there, try first person, y'all. Try that. It's easier. Pretend to be the character. Hell, I don't know. What's your next character? What's your next question, girl?
Let's talk about Drew Collins, because yeah. Walk us through the original spark and how you kept the momentum.
The original spark. So I was working on, oh God, this is gonna be, because this is back to the Kindavella days when I was just putting out episodes of Maggie Gray on Kindavella, just different chapters, episodes, whatever the case is. So way back when I made not a comment, but I remember telling, I think I told Genesis Woods that I wanted to write a book about magical people in the underground. And it started with something that broke off from the civil rights movement. So I was like, damn, what if there were Black people that had magic and they broke away from regular Black people and they went underground? I didn't think about the HBCU element at the time. And then boom, fast forward to when the Harry Potter video game came out. And everybody on TikTok was doing like the Slytherin shit, like, Black boys with dreads flying on the broomstick going and landing into Hogwarts, just all those videos that came into play. I was like, damn, what if we had our own HBCU? It was magical, it was this and that, wah, wah, wah. So, and I think that came right around the time that I had just finished up Perfect Sister 2, which I can't wait to get back to that story. And I said, okay, I had two storylines. I had one, I was going to do my psychological thriller, which should be coming up next. And then Maggie Gray. So I started on both. And I was like, damn, I always choose. I'm like, okay, which one is going to hit first? I think the Maggie Gray series is probably going to be the easiest to write because I went to an HBCU. So I have a lot I could pull. It'll be easy to pull from. And then I love Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. So I was like, which one is going to be easier, this and that? So I started Maggie Gray, but it wasn't clicking. I kept stopping right after she gets on the train to go to the school. And they go through the gates, this and that. And then it just stopped. I kept stopping right there. And I'm like, this is before Namir. This is before I didn't know nothing about Namir. It just told the story of her grandma telling the story, 3 a.m., the white church, everyone, blah, blah, blah. Boom, she goes to school and she meets these girls. And I'm like, nah, something is missing. Something is missing. Why am I acting like a rookie author? Like, something is missing. So I left it alone. I think I was writing Bria McDaniels at the time. Just like little drafty stories and stuff that I would put out on Patreon and Kindavella. And I remember slipping the underground into that story, because anytime I want to try out a new storyline, I'll slip it into the story I'm working on that moment just to test it out and see if there's something there. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what it was, but something told me to go back, and I was like, oh, I know what's missing. I was like, there has to either be a guy or there needs to be a conflict. And by the time chapter 3 hits. So I'm like, story, flatline, boom, climax. That's my thing. So I was like, oh, that's it. So boom, I added Namir towards the, when he's at the train station with his brother. And once I added him in, I was like, oh, we got a story. So Namir pretty much saved, because I was sitting on Maggie for a minute, but once Namir came into the picture, I was like, okay, we got a story. We have something. maybe they're looking for Maggie, they're watching her, blah blah blah, this and that, but there's a story, and it just went from there. So yeah.
Oh, that's pretty. So Maggie's story felt like organized chaos. Like, how did you ensure each character got their moment without getting drowned out? Because, bruh.
I think every character outside of Isis, their personalities were strong enough to where they can stand on their own. If I'm gonna write a character, if I'm gonna write multiple point of views, I think these characters need to be able to stand on their own. If I wanted to do a series or a story just them, they should be able to handle it. So with those type of strong personalities, I'm like, okay, it won't be hard for a reader to mix them up because they're very different from each other, very much different personalities, very like Susie is like overly dramatically Southern Belle, quiet, this very mysterious, her dad just flamboyant, gay, Aggie, just bitch, fuck you. Like it's all of that. I wanted like dramatic personalities. Maggie, clumsy, just bit more on the boyish side, tomboy, a little bit young in the mind, and just you could tell her best friends are her parents. Like I want her to be the sheltered girl, you know. I don't know how I make sure they don't get lost, but I think I make sure they're strong enough. Their personalities, their quirks, their traits are very different from each other, so they don't get confused and mixed up and, you know, wah, wah, wah. So, yeah.
Okay. In each book, there's a twist readers can't predict. Because some of that shit, I was like, I know what's going to happen. Then you curved the fuck out of my ass. And I was like, oh, who the fuck is this nigga? And so, how do you plan these gotcha moments? And a caveat to that question. What's the closest you ever come to spoiling a major twist in real life, either online, in an interview, or in conversation?
Oh, okay. Because I'm thinking of the second question, but the first question. So none of this is planned. All of this is. So if it's a plot twist to y'all, it's a plot twist to me. So I don't know. I don't plan. I never plan it. I think that comes from the fan fiction side of me. I don't plan it because on fan fiction you got to write on the fly to put out these episodes. So I don't know. If it's a plot, like I said, if it's a plot twist to y'all, if y'all don't see it coming, I damn sure didn't see it coming until I was writing. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. All right, here's a new guy. Here's such and such. I don't know. We're going to make it work. For some reason, the story's taking me here, so we're going to make it work. As far as spoiling something in real life, I came close for this book coming out. Honestly, I probably should put it out. I should have put it out today. The book, I know, yeah. Well, it's out, so technically it's out. But I came close to being like, y'all know what? Y'all want a snippet of this book? Because I feel like a lot of people don't know. Maybe I made a mistake or said it wrong about what this fourth book is going to be about. But I was like, maybe I should tell them, you know, this and that. Let me go ahead and let them know what it's about so they can not, you know, because it has nothing to do with Drew Collins. And I know some readers are like, I'm not reading it unless we at Drew Collins. I'm not going to read it unless I'm at my HBCU. I'm like, okay, well, don't read it. But you're going to miss out because it's valuable information. And I was so close to saying, y'all are going to miss it because this book it's everything. It's all three books combined. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I want to see I want readers to pick it up naturally, read it naturally on their own. If they don't want to read it, that's cool. There's none of my business. Once the book is out, it's none of my business. So that might be the only time I came close to spoiling something. But girl, I can't hold water if it was in a bucket with a lid on it. So I don't know. Yeah. Huh? Technically, yeah and no. If you on my Patreon, yeah, they have it already. So a lot of people are reading it now, but I'll probably upload it tonight so it can come out tomorrow. I'm really just sitting on it at this point. Yeah.
You brought a magical HBCU to life in your work. How do you see Black fantasy shifting the conversation in both traditional and indie spaces?
I don't know, because I'm not I'm not aware of what the mood or temperature is in indie in traditional spaces. I don't know what's like the current I don't know what's like the current theme now in those spaces right now. I kind of just focus on me, but I see a lot more magical HBCUs coming out, more of those storylines coming out. I see a lot more of authors. I think I see a lot more authors that usually do romance or, whatever the case. I think a lot more authors are going to surprise y'all and start trying out fantasy, trying their hand in fantasy. I talked to a couple of authors and they always tell me they want to try fantasy. I'm saying go for it. Why? Who's stopping you? Try it out. I tried it out. Shit. Now I ain't gonna lie. It's the hardest to me. It's the hardest genre to write because you have to make the imagination seem. You have to make the unbelievable seem believable. Like if I'm reading a vampire is sucking on somebody's neck, I need to see it. It needs to be like something that can happen in real life, not something like, oh, okay, that's weird. That's not real. I want the reader to believe it. So I think you're going to see a lot more of traditional and indie authors trying. I don't know. We're going to see. Once Maggie gets in stores, Maggie's going to be in bookstores next year. Let's see what happens. Let's see how the landscape changes then. Because now the whole Drew Collins is about to be introduced to a whole new world of readers all over again. So we'll see.
Somebody asked, what's up with the covers? Like, why do you switch out the covers? I like
that. For Maggie, because I did not expect to like them all, but I learned in real time that covers, if they are, well, that's another story. That's because I'm gonna get pissed all over again if I even bring up that AI shit. Girl, I don't even want to talk about it. But switching them out, that was just because I actually enjoyed looking at the artwork. And I was like, oh my God, what about this one? And da-da-da. And I couldn't decide. I normally don't do that. I never did it with Desiree, and I don't do it now. Like this Mortal Affairs cover, I love that cover. I had a second one being done, but I think she was trying to scam me. So I don't know. So I like the cover that I have now. I'm not changing that out. But unfortunately, they're about to change Maggie's covers one last time for the bookstores. So yeah.
Is they gonna put black?
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to show y'all. I don't even know what the cover is gonna look like. I just know when they asked me, what do I see for the covers? I said, please don't give me no swords. Don't give me no thorns with no crowns. None of that extra fantasy shit. No, I don't want none of that. Please let my cover stand out amongst the crowns, the swords, the shields, the dragons. It don't have nothing to do with that. When I see Maggie Gray, I need to see a black girl, white hair. I need her to stand out on the shelves. And I needed to scream black. So when I looked at the two artists that they showed me, both of them black, they showed me their work. And I was like, ooh. I said, okay, the first option, she would be good for the Secret World of Maggie Gray, but the second option would have been good for overall series, if that makes sense. So I don't know who they chose. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah.
Okay. You have two questions from the comments that I'm going to ask. Side note, will there be more of the Godfreys? And the second one, my husband asked, what anime do you watch?
Oh, anime. All right.
Be careful. You done fucked up my dreams and hopes here with Black Panther.
All right. So, what was the question again? What was the first one? Oh, Godfreys. The Godfreys, right? Mm-hmm. So the Godfreys is going to intertwine with Perfect Sister 3 because it leads up into Perfect Sister 3. So Perfect Sister 3 and the last book for the Godfreys will be together. That's how it's going to come together. And then as far as anime, first of all, Apothecary Diaries. Okay, no, I don't care what nobody says. That's hands down my favorite this year. Death Parade is my favorite. I just finished watching. Oh my God. I mean, you got your typical Demon Slayer. You got, I I do like Mash Lee. Oh man, there was one anime. God, yo, yeah, it's too much. Why are you looking at me like that? Why? What?
Nothing. I was just hoping you was not gonna be like, oh, it's just Sailor Moon and Black Clover or something like that. Because I was like,
I can't get into Black Clover. I've tried it. I cannot for the life of me get into Black Clover. I do like Fire Force. I'm waiting on Fire Force season 3 to be. I'm waiting on it, girl. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on it. What's the other one that everyone was talking about? The one that's the Korean one. The Korean one. Oh my God, it was huge. He won the award for best anime this year. Oh my God, come on, come on. He's in the video. He was the it kind of reminds you of Hunter x Hunter. Oh, what the fuck?
solo leveling.
Yes, so I like that, but it definitely puts me in the mind of Hunter x Hunter, especially at the end with the Hunters Association and all that. Spy Family's cute. It's cute. I don't know. Right now, so far, Apothecary Diaries has my attention because I would love to do like a black version of that. Honestly. Oh, I don't play, girl. I don't play. Girl. I do not. Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. Wait a goddamn minute. Wait a minute. Child, when I say I don't play, I don't play. I don't play. I do not play. I am going to do my black version of Apothecary Diaries. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care.
Could you mute for 1 second?
Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Honey, I love you. You're my husband. But fuck Black Clover. Okay? That shit boring as hell. Alright. So, next question. What is the beauty of magic, fae, and the unpredictability in your style? Because you got a lot of fairy magic going on over there, and fae and whimsical, but you still be doing some crazy shit in your books. Diabolical, even.
What's the I don't know. I wish somebody would tell me, like, okay, so how would you describe my story? How would you describe my writing?
I would describe your writing as it's whimsical, but in a dark way. It's like it's giving. You remember that show called Lost Girls, and they had the light fae and the dark fae. You're more so on the dark fae side, but there's a little bit of the light in there. But you like the chaos, but it's controlled. It's controlled chaos, and I just feel like you're almost like an Agatha Christie when you're writing, and then you have this J.R. Ward or Octavia Butler aspect to you when you are creating these characters. So I see all three of these amazing authors folding into your world, and you just give us more than it's like dark romance, dark paranormal, mystery thriller, psychological, all wrapped up in one. That's why I say you're multifaceted.
Wow. And I'm sitting here this whole time thinking, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I really want to try. It's crazy because like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I kept saying, I want to try my hand at mystery. I want to try my hand at mystery. I don't know if I can quite get it yet because I don't read mystery books. Only books I read is straight romance. I don't read. I'm trying to get into other stuff, but I prefer like old school romance. That's my thing. I don't know, girl. I don't know. It's child. Your guess is as good as mine. It's like I see my writing one way, but I never think about how readers see it or how they perceive it, how they take it in. I never really think about it. I don't know. I just do it. I don't know.
I think a lot of times y'all don't see it, but then readers, we like to sometimes read multiple times to see if we miss things. That's the whole annotating thing. And with Maggie Gray, all your books I read 3 times. Now they're good books, but I read them 3 times because I felt like I missed a lot. because it was so good. I was reading so fast. And then I went back and then I layered it like, oh, okay, this right here is giving mystery thriller. This is giving psychological. This is giving paranormal, dark paranormal. This is dark romance. This is borderline in like the dark spot of dark romance. This is speculative fiction. It was, I was, you know how you critique movies? That's how I was breaking down your book. So that's why I say you're multifaceted. Each character played a different genre. I don't know if you knew that. Each character was a different trope and genre. Asha, it was more on the dark side, more psychological thriller because of everything she went through and why she didn't like water. Maggie, it was more so giving speculative fiction and dark paranormal between her and oh boy, because of the whole magic vampire thing going on. What's the other one? Fuck. The one you was talking about with the dad. Her, she was given more of supernatural because she was into her root magic. So it was like you was giving different aspects of different genres and different tropes and piled into one book, and you have a book that can be put in any category.
Girl, you just fucked my head up. Cause I'm like the characters are. Girl, I did not. I swear that is crazy. So the characters given different genres that I've never. So I guess that's what I meant by saying I want their personalities to be so different yet so strong that they can stand on their own. So I guess we were saying the same thing. They could be their own story if they wanted to, but you just put them all together in one. Wow. Because I feel like people are like that in real life. You have some friends that they just on some different shit, but it works. It works. You don't have to. Have you ever read a book where you could tell? Okay, I won't say this about books because I never talk bad about books. Have you ever watched the show Archer? Do you watch Archer? Have you noticed? If you haven't noticed, I guess it's me being a critique, and everybody else watching Archer. Go back from the beginning, maybe go from like season 1 all the way up to like season 3. All the characters talk the same. They all have the same lingo. They all have the same, like, they all say the same lines. And that was like, it irked me because I'm like, is this a product of them all working together so closely that they say the same thing? And then I find out it's one writer behind it. And so I told myself, I was like, I never want my books to sound like it's one person writing this story. So all my characters, now there was a story I read, I don't know if I was doing like a writing class or something. So I don't know if she ever published it or not, but I remember telling her, I said, hey, your characters, I think there were just 2 characters. I was like, but they sound the exact same. They sound the exact same. They talk the same way. It's the same tone. It's the same this and that. I was like, you're going to have to make them sound, you're going to have to give, literally they should be 2 different people. I shouldn't know that there's one person behind this story writing. If you're going to write this, if you're going to tell the story this way in first person point of view or whatever, I think you could still do that in third person point of view. But in Archer, if y'all ever go back, just listen to how the characters talk. They start saying the same thing to each other, the same lines, the same jokes, the same this and that. And I'm like, why do they do that? It's because it's one person that writes the entire show. And it's that little gay white boy with the blonde hair. Whatever his name is. He's my favorite. Oh, what's his name? He's the other agent. You got Archer, you got Lana, and then you got the blonde guy. Whatever his name is.
Oh. Yeah. So, if you had to write yourself into one of your magical worlds, what role would you play? Is there a piece of Black culture you've woven into your books that you think non-Black readers completely will miss, but your core audience instantly catches?
Honestly, I think I don't even know if I'll say non-Black audience would miss it, but I think non-Southern, because I think some white people in the South if you're familiar with like, okay, so there's a scene where the marching band was coming down and this might have been in First Family, or it might have been in First Family, where the announcer's like, we prepare for da da da, the sound of the underground, whatever. And you see the drum major coming down, the dancers and this and that, and it's just a big parade, whatever the case is. And I was like, I don't know if people, that's why I was like, I don't know if I'll charge it to race on this one, more so regional. But I was like, I don't know if people understand how important bands are in the South, how important, like, halftime is game time. That's not just some drumline shit. It's the real deal. Fifth quarter is real out here, especially when you go to these classics. Like, I told myself when I go back to Drew Collins for this next book, I literally want to shove just Black culture, Black HBCU culture down these people's throat so much. I'm talking about from Fried Chicken Wednesdays. If anybody's been to a HBCU, we have Fried Chicken Wednesdays. Maybe, well, ours is on a Wednesday. I'm trying to think is there something else that they might have missed? I don't know. Honestly, in my mind, I'm like, if you read it and you feel like you missed it or it's not for you, it's not for you then. It's just not, move along. This ain't for you. I feel like I wrote it good enough to where I don't have to explain it. Or if you don't get it, but you want to get it and you take the time out to search on your own and this and that, cool. That's cool. But I don't know. I told you the only thing that I said I was going to do was to take out the N word, because I don't even want them to read it in their head. Once somebody and I keep thinking about that guy that inboxed me saying, I read the Carter Boys and I'm a gay white American male, and let me tell you, I love this book. And I'm saying, like, how did you read this in your head? It blew my mind. And I keep thinking about that. So I'm like, with Maggie Gray, I don't even want them to even think about saying the word in their head. So I'm like, nope, that's the only one I'm gonna take out. Everything else, for us, by us. If you don't get it, move along. I can't, it ain't for you. So, and I don't have them in mind when I write it. So yeah.
Same here. I read PWI and it did the same thing. Shit, as long as Black people was on campus, they had the same goddamn thing. Trust me.
Y'all had Fried Chicken Wednesdays at a girl. I just learned what a PWI is like a couple years ago, but I didn't know y'all. Oh,
With our campus, it was more so we had soul food days, and it was like all the black fraternity sororities, Black organizations, the Black student union, all came together and had a soul food community that day. You know what I'm saying? And once out of the week, we'd just have soul food.
girl, I'm having too much fun on this TikTok. My bad, girl. My bad.
All right. So, you recently had an underground book fest. What was the vision behind that?
Girl. Okay, so let me take it all the way back to Aisha Bree. Even before that, Loving Books in Pasadena last year. I remember walking in the hallway. I was at the event and I was dressed up. I was already dressed up as like a student at Drew Collins. And I was walking down the hallway where all the readers were kind of just parked out, chilling, breaking, whatever. And they was asking me, I don't know how it came up, but I remember we were talking about having an event. And I was like, let me tell y'all what my dream is. I really want to do something where I bring Drew Collins to life and have, like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I know I want something to where it's for us. We have the letters. We can all dress up. I want my own Dragon Con. If y'all don't know what Dragon Con is, it's this big cosplay event in Atlanta. Amazing. I go every year. So I was like, I really want my own Dragon Con. I really want to dress up. I love dressing up. Get into character. Wah, 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 blah, blah, blah. Fast forward to Southern Hearts and Signed Kisses. I think I'm saying it right. in October. And I remember Aisha Bree asked me, she's like, "Girl, I'm trying to get you to come out here." And in my head, I was like, no, I said it out loud too. I was like, "Girl, I'm going to need more than a table for what I'm trying to do. I'm going to need more than a table." And I don't want to, I don't like how it comes off, because it comes off like, girl, no. First of all, that event was amazing. Super, super amazing. But in my mind, I already had it. I had an idea. I'm like, I want to do something on my own. I hosted a book event. I did my own book signing before. I was like, let me just try this one more time. I'm not normally into book signings, book events. I'm not normally into it because I don't like, I'm lazy. I'm not even gonna give you no full thing. I'm just lazy. That's just what it is. I don't like the whole thing, getting books together and this and that. I'd rather just meet readers and talk with them. I don't want to have to sell y'all nothing. Let's just talk books. I don't want to have to do all of that. I know Darla. So when the book event came around, y'all, and I was so nervous too. I couldn't believe I actually pulled this off. I said, all right, y'all, we're going to dress up. I want people, when they first walk in, I was like, since I had all these rooms, I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? Let's make it orientation night. This room is going to be this, the cafeteria, the dining hall. This room is going to be the bookstore. This room is going to be the library. If we're going to do this, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go all the way with it. I don't like half-assing shit, and I'm very much about details in real life and in the stories. I don't play about that. And I'm glad it turned out good. Am I going to do it again? Probably not. No. I don't not. You know how many, there's so much going on. So much going on next year. I'm already doing Black romance, and I'm mad at myself because I had a flight booked around that time, and I said yes to Black romance before realizing I had a flight booked to go somewhere. So I was like, damn. But I was like, I don't want to miss Black romance. So yeah. If I do it again, it would have to be like 2027, 2028. I really want to get more books under my... Hold on. All right, girl. All right.
I mean, I already said we will give you an area to do your whole Drew Collins thing. No pressure for the fantasy ball. We will wholeheartedly give you an area where it'd be nothing but Drew Collins there. Hey, I'm just saying.
Child. Back to the part where that's a lot of work for me. That's a lot.
You don't have to do no work.
But
we got you.
That's true. And so I feel bad because I know it's a couple. Well, now it's crazy. I don't even know how I'm gonna go about it because I don't even have the print rights anymore. So I have to figure out how to go about getting the books because I can't just print them out anymore. Yeah, I don't have the print right. Even Mortal Affairs, that's out of my hands. I know everyone's like, oh, I can't wait to get the paperback. Y'all may not see this paperback till 2027, 2028. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I don't know.
Well, whoever your agent is, we're going to have to talk because I said what I said. Because I want you there.
Child, no agent over here. And two, it's in Savannah. What did I say in that live when I was at that book expo? I don't play with Savannah like that. And you're going to Ireland. What made you go? Why Ireland?
Well, I had did an interview with the Inkbound Book Society. They're in Ireland. Well, before I even get to that, first of all, Savannah, you are going to be spiritually okay. Because you were sitting here talking to a woman that practiced hoodoo and has family bound with that shit. So, you protected, as always. So, that ain't going to be the excuse, ma'am. And then plus it's in 2027. What, 2028? Yeah, 2027, yeah. Now, as far as Ireland, I did an interview with her, and she was looking for Black authors that she wanted to put in her bookstore. She only puts indie books in her bookstore, and she was looking for Black authors, and she's been reading urban fiction, contemporary romance, written by Black authors, paranormal, all that stuff, and she really wanted to put in her bookstore. See, the thing about it is, in Ireland, they don't see us as black and white. They see you're either Irish or you're American. That's it. So she was saying, I really want indie authors to come over here to do book signings and stuff. And so I was like, why not combine the Boozy Book Tour and your joint, and we come together and we bring the black people from America. You get the UK authors, and we mix and mingle and have a Boozy Inc. book event. So that's how that came about.
That's dope. They got like a Black British book festival happening this year too. I was like, damn, I wish it's so much. I got so much going on in October. I was like, damn, I definitely would have went to that. But you're right. They don't see us as Black. When I was, because I've been to Ireland. Ireland is cool. That might be the only place in Europe I could probably stand the food. Everywhere else, them white people that shit is bland as hell. But you're right. They don't see us as Black. They don't associate. It's just, yeah, you're right. It's just straight American. That's dope, though. That's really dope.
Mm-hmm. So, what's next for you? Like new series expansion, maybe even a return to fan fiction?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So, what's next is the psychological thriller. Like this next book, like I know everyone's like all up about Maggie Gray, but this next book, that's going to be under a different pen name. That's the one. And I don't normally big myself up like that because I really truly believe in staying like, not staying humble, but I got to keep myself grounded. I always tell myself to keep myself grounded because all this can go just like that. But this next book, I ain't going to lie, this is going to be my best work. And it's not going to be like anything anyone's ever read before. And it's based off one of my favorite movies because I feel like pulling from movies is it's so much easier, so much more inspiration. And then the second question, fan fiction. I really want to get back into it, but I don't know. Like, what would I fanfic? What do y'all think I should fanfic?
Rewrite Black Panther.
No. I had more I was going to say. I really did have more I was going to say. I was thinking on it, and I kept thinking about Michael B. Jordan and that, hey, auntie, and no.
Oh, that's why I said it.
Anything else outside of that? I don't know. I would like to fanfic. I honestly, if I could do True Blood over again, I swear I would. But I don't want the thing. So here's the other thing with that. And I'm not gonna write no white characters. I don't see myself ever writing from the point of view of a white character. I don't even know how. There's some Black authors that can do it with ease. I don't know how to do it. It's like putting on a skin that ain't mine. I don't even know, like, it's like, I don't even know how to do. I can only see them from the point of view of Black eyes. I like from here to them, but I can never do it as if I'm white. It's weird. I don't know how authors do it. It's weird. I don't know how authors do it. But if I do True Blood, I want to do something. And I want to do something like that. I would love to fanfic that, but they would have to be Black or something other than white. So I would love to do that. I would love to do, I would love, not Harry Potter so much. Maybe Lovecraft Country. I would love to do Divergent. I would love to do Last Airbender Avatar series. Man, oh, girl, that's my shit. And I know a lot of people not gonna know this, but I just finished watching this C-drama called The Yangshi Palace, and it's about the concubine. It's kind of like Apothecary Diaries. You seen the show?
I watch C-dramas, K-dramas, J-dramas, all that stuff.
Okay.
And Godwin is my favorite.
Oh.
Godwin.
Oh, I tried watching. Girl, we could have been talking about K-dramas. Okay, so all right, Extraordinary Attorney Woo thing? Yes. Okay, so Mortal Affairs is based off of that. That's where that idea came from. Girl, it's my shit. So, okay, so Yangshi Palace, Chinese, if you ever watch it, I want to recreate that. but make it black.
Don't do that.
Oh, girl. Oh, it's already in the works. When I tell you, I want my own black monarchy. I want a black king with multiple wives that are fighting, not multiple wives, but I guess multiple women with their own palaces that reside in this place. And not so much fighting for his attention, but it's going to be a lot of backstabbing shit, a lot of this and that, just to keep the king's affection. Oh, girl. With a little bit of fantasy element to it. Oh, no, that's up my alley. Girl, please, I'm doing that.
Ooh, let me know.
I'm doing it. It don't have to be Chinese. I just need the foundation. Everything else, I'll take it over here. I ain't sticking with. We don't have to be Chinese. It'll be straight black. Fucking with me. I want some monarchy fiction. Yes. All right. What's your next question, girl?
Okay, where's the best place to buy your books to directly support you?
So I guess I need to start putting them on my website, but for those, honestly, I really don't have no issue with just straight Amazon. Honestly, it ain't, because I know some people, I don't know how to, I mean, I know how to format, but it's always an issue every time I upload a book directly to my website. And then people are hitting me up like, hey, it's not loading to my phone. Is it my phone? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not tech, so I don't know how to work this stuff. I don't really know. But Amazon is probably your best bet. And hopefully they just emailed me asking me what local bookstores would I want to see my books in. So I'm about to get a list of Black-owned bookstores. So if anybody in here has a Black-owned bookstore in Atlanta or Georgia or just in the South that would love to, carry my stuff, the Maggie series, let me know and I can just email it to them. Yes, because what's up?
Oh, I got two places. They're in the South. They're not in Georgia, but they're in Texas. You have the book readers. What is it? Book Renew. Shannon, what's the name of it? But you have my business partner, Shannon. She has the literary DFW. The book readers venue. And there, she's in Humble, Texas, and Shannon is an online bookstore that does book box subscriptions. That she actually makes the book boxes. And in Chicago, where I'm at, come on, look here, I'm gonna give it to you anyway. The Joint, the Book Joint, DA Book Joint, because they're independent bookstore. Just saying.
I like that. Yeah, they asked me and I'm like, okay, I'll let me see if I can get a list together because I only know a few in Atlanta. I just went to 44th and 3rd for the first time, and that's right there near Spelman. Really nice store. So yeah, I've always wanted to go to Chicago. I want to go to Chicago. So I've never been, and I was about to try to slide up there for it's the Chicago Books Expo. I was just gonna slide through, grab some books, but these ticket prices ain't playing.
The Booty Book Tour is having a Booty Book Tour our 2-year anniversary, where we're going to have spice and teas, where Foodies Who Love to Read is bringing her spices, and the Urban Tea Room is bringing her teas, and we're going to mix that with wine and stuff. And then the next day, we're going to have the book signing. You know what I'm saying? With 45 different authors. You got Eva O'Hare, Nikki Clark, stuff like that. You got LaToya, Nicole, all that. And then we're going to have a brunch at a Chicago-based house party thing, at the Duplex. So if you want to slide through just as a reader, we got you.
Girl, that's my MO. I'll just slide through as a reader, come through. What's up? Come collect my books. And just be on my, hey, y'all. Hey, I'm just here to get my books. I'm a paperback girly. Oh, shit. I'm a paperback girly. I don't do ebooks. I don't know how y'all do ebooks. That is hell on the eyes. I don't know how y'all do that, but yeah.
Okay, now I have two more questions for you. Now, which character of yours would be the absolute worst to be trapped in an elevator with, and how long before you're yelling for help?
Quan, and the moment those doors close, ding 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 ding. Okay, all right. Uh, Asha too. I love Asha, but I don't want to be trapped with her because she don't panic. She does her panicking. No, I don't. I feel like when the way I am in situations where you need to panic or be afraid or something, I'm like extremely calm. But in situations where you need to be calm and chill and have some decor, I'm like decorum. I'm off the walls. So I don't want to be stuck with Asha, not Quan. I don't want to be stuck with. I don't want to be stuck with Susie's daddy, Jean. I don't want to be stuck with him because he ain't gonna. You ain't gonna be of no use. You just gonna be. No, you ain't gonna be of no use. Someone said Bellamy. No, you would want to be stuck with Bell because Bellamy gonna get you out if he don't. He don't like bite me first. I don't know. I don't want to be Bellamy. I'll be cool with Bellamy. I'll be cool with Namir. I'll be cool with Maggie. Isis, I would probably be cool with Isis because she's very resourceful. She gonna find somebody to call someone. She's very resourceful. Someone asked me, they was like, I don't get Isis' character. She don't really bring nothing to the table. I was like, yeah, but a lot of things in that story could not have happened if it wasn't for Isis. They would never got through the doors without Isis' help. She's very much my girl, the connect. And you need someone that's attached to that world. You need someone you got Isis who's attached to that world, the underground. You have Susie that can go, she's back and forth, above and below. You got Maggie who's straight above, and then Asha who's aware of the below, but she don't fuck with it. She stays, those are your good elements. Who else would I not want to be stuck with? I don't want to be stuck with Percy. I don't want to be stuck with Elijah. Junie boy, I would like to be stuck with Junie. Good laugh. We're gonna have a good laugh. We're gonna have a good time in that elevator, laughing the whole time. But yeah, those are my characters. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be stuck with Clementine because I would be beating her ass every 5 seconds. You're muted.
She gonna get us out.
Yes. She would get slapped every 5 seconds. Yeah. Clementine, I hated her through the whole book. I don't give a fuck about her redemption arc or nothing of that shit. Fuck her. Fuckity fuck.
You need a mean girl. You need a character. You have to have a personality like that. If the book would have been, it would have been like good food without seasoning.
From the time that girl opened her mouth and did all the shit that she did, I was ready to run that fade.
She was writing her. I had the idea of, I kept thinking Mean Girls, the movie. Like she has to be the embodiment of a mean girl. So the narrator did her voice. So, oh my gosh, she did her voice. So I cannot wait to meet the narrator. Y'all don't even know Black romance. Let me tell you, the reason why I'm going is so I can meet this girl, this narrator. I really feel like it's going to be the reason this book is going the way it goes. I mean, I wrote it, it's cool, but I really feel like, my writing is for, and I know you didn't ask me this, I'm just going off on a tangent, but I feel like my writing is better for listening and not so much. I mean, reading too, but I feel like it's a better listen too. To me, I think I write more in conversational style and not necessarily like book literature, whatever. And so when it's being read out loud, it just makes more sense. If the narrator is good. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, girl, my bad. I'm on a tangent.
It's fine. I can see that. I can see that because even still, when I read your books, I'm hearing it in my head. You know, a lot of people, I know they read books and they can't like visualize or hear it. They can read it, but they don't see it or hear it, like per se. When I read your book, I'm visually and hearing it as the characters are, you know, going through the motions throughout the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I could see that, but with me, I'm already hearing it. I don't even need the voice. I'm already hearing it.
Yeah, I think, yeah. It's probably, I really feel like my writing is more conversational style. It's not necessarily the most correct or the most, it's just every day. Like when someone said, "Oh, you write the way you talk," I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but now I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm with it. I'm cool. As long as y'all know, I'm cool. I'm good with it.
When a wolf comes to audio?
They told me sometime around September, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. I think these narrators, the way Podium is picking up these books, I don't know if y'all noticed, the way they picking up these books, these narrators probably got, their schedules are packed. So I don't know if they've even started recording yet on When a Wolf Loves the Moon. Oh, they changed it now. They changed it to Three Brothers. But yeah. So sometimes if a book is going to be suited for bookstores, I don't know. This is why I stay in my writing lane. But they be like, hey, so we're thinking about a title change. I think they thought When a Wolf Loves the Moon was too long. And so I was like, well, I jokingly call it The Tale of the Three Brothers. And so they went with Three Brothers and the Three Brothers. And when you say The Secret World of Maggie Gray, The First Family, and The Three Brothers, it actually does have a ring to it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, it does. But they said it is better for, I guess, search engine purposes, I guess. So I let them figure out that algorithm, however they gonna do it. I don't, hey, do what y'all gotta do. And yeah, so they changed it. I'm sure they're gonna probably change this next one, because I think I want to call book 5 The Unlucky and the Unfortunate, but I don't know yet. I know. It's so... I hate writing fantasy, but it's so much fun because you have so much freedom to do whatever the hell you want, and can't nobody question it. Why is this man flying with wings? And it's because it's fantasy. That's why. You could do whatever you want. But okay, my bad. Girl, what's your next question, girl? My bad.
Thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody. But so before I end this and go to your outro, am I going to get a dark paranormal from you? I mean, a straight dark paranormal.
Oh, I'm gonna sound so redundant. What is that? These genres. I don't know. I'm just gonna tell me what it is. Tell me what it is, and I can tell you if I can write it or not. Tell me exactly what you want. Give me a scenario with Bellamy and his dark romance. Tell me what it is.
All right. Bellamy is the epitome of dark romance. He is the epitome of dark paranormal romance. So I'm looking for not wolf shifters, because y'all done played them damn wolves all the way the fuck out. I'm tired of their asses. There is more supernatural beings, okay? When am I gonna get a dragon? When am I gonna get a fucking griffin, a fucking sphinx, a freaking gargoyles? Y'all know how I feel about gargoyles. I said this, and I'm gonna put this idea back out here. I gave it to the masses when I said, why isn't the gargoyles fighting against the dragons in a mafia type dark romance, street war type? The bitch didn't know she was the second coming of fucking supernatural type shit.
Okay. I don't. Okay. All right. So this is my first official time writing fantasy. So as far as like writing gargle, somebody wrote a gargle book.
Notavia.
Yes, that's what I was like. Somebody did it. Somebody did it and executed
one too.
Yeah. Who?
Arthur Cole. He is writing a gargoyle book.
Really?
An urban dark romance.
So in my mind, when I think of a gargoyle, I think of the things on the Hunchback of Notre Dame in Disney sitting on top of the building. That's why I'm like, I can't. If my mind cannot see it, if I cannot see it, it's gonna sound dumb to me, and it's gonna read dumb in the book. So I don't know how far my imagination can go. Dragons.
The cartoon. Thundercats. Gargoyles. The cartoon. The light.
Oh, I could do dragon.
The gargoyle that looks like a nigga.
All right, okay. I cannot. No, it's a no for me. That's a no for me. It's a no. I could do dragon though. Okay, so before Mortal Affairs, I had a choice between Mortal Affairs and the Blue Princess, which was going to be part of the Drew Collins series. And I was like, ooh, this is going to be my tapping into the one of the districts in the underground where it's very much dragons, it's very monarchy. There's a king, there's a princess, there's symbols, the dragon, she has blue flame coming out of her hands, like that type of thing. I had it set up. If anyone's read the Wetlands Asha story, I was setting it up for me to write this story about this girl. And then Mortal Affairs homie was like, you need to tell my story. Tell it right now. I'm not playing. Like, I'm going to hold a gun to your head if you don't tell this goddamn story. So I'm like, okay, cool. Fine. I'll tell it. But dragons I can do. All that other stuff, I'm probably, to be honest, I really feel like I'm a visitor in this genre. I'm going to be in and out. I'm a visitor. I'm just here. Let me try something. And then I'm on my way out. I think I'm ready to try something else. So I'm telling you, it's going to be so many authors that's about to tap into fantasy and dark romance and dark paranormal. You will be surprised what's going to come out in these next few years. I'm just telling you, just wait on it. Maybe not me. Don't wait on me to do it, but yeah.
Well, okay. I guess I can live with that for now. So I'll be back in your DMs like, hey, you gonna write? I do want to see you write a horror, like a Southern Gothic horror. And I want you, and I'm gonna give you a book that you should read. It just came out. It's called Blood Slaves. But yes, girl. Yes. It's a Southern Gothic historical fiction. And it's called Blood Slaves by Marcus Redman. Just read it. And then tell me what you think after you read it. It's so fucking good. It's a horror mixed with historical.
Oh, okay. So Blood Slaves. You know what I thought about? You ever heard of Jan Untamed? Mm-hmm. Don't she have something like Blood something, Slave something that I read? Do you know what I'm talking about? Something. That's what I thought you was talking about. I'm like, oh girl, I read that. That shit was crazy. That shit was fucking crazy. I want to meet her one day too. I'm like, girl, what in the hell?
It's called The Reimagining of a Blood Slave by Jan. But his is, you get Vigas. For those who don't know what a Viga is, that's a vampire nigga. You get Vigas. You get African ancestral stuff. You get what if you didn't know the aspects from the field slave to the house slave to the master to being a woman. It's different aspects, different points of view, different stuff going on. But I can tell you right now, them owners, them black people, Nate Turner their ass. So I just said, read that book because it's such a good book. It's gruesome, but it's Southern Gothic. It's Southern Gothic at its core.
All right, I'm gonna read it. This, you know what's so crazy? Since I'm on break, this was actually gonna be the book I was about to read next. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that. I just Apparently, um, it seems like it's gonna be mystery, fantasy, a little bit of a conjure man disappears, die. I don't know, something. I don't know. We about to get in the world. We get some black ass shit. I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, so how do people reach out to you? How do they get in contact with you, or just slide in and say, I appreciate you? What's your socials?
So Author Granger is my socials on Instagram and Author Desiree, but I probably be on Author Desiree like once or twice a month, maybe if even that. Because I don't want to be disappointing myself. I don't be on there. I ain't got no books out, girl. I'm sorry, Desiree. I ain't got no books out, child. My TikTok, which I almost deleted because I was getting ready to start my third pen name, get that in the works.
What the hell is the third pen name?
I don't know. My girl, I can't. I mean, it ain't gonna be a surprise. It won't be a surprise. It won't be a surprise as I'm not, because I see now my writing is gonna be. You know how bad I want to ghostwrite for people. You know how bad I want to do that. I want to ghostwrite. So I want to ghostwrite, and I want to sell like storylines. Like, hey, I'm giving you the play. I wrote it out. All you got to do, finish it, put your name on it, pay me, and go. But because my writing is so particular, I can't ghostwrite. I don't know how to write any other way but myself. Because I tell you, I got storylines for days. And I'm like, oh, I'm always calling Jen like, girl, I need you to write this because I want to read it. I'm not going to write it, but I need you to write it. Like if I have a romance storyline in my head, I can't write romance to save my life because I have to have some type of drama or toxic shit. But I tell her, I'm like, could you write this real quick? And just let me read it, you can put your name on it, do whatever you want to do, but just, yeah. So my socials, Author Granger, TikTok, written by Granger, my email, authordesiree@gmail, and my Facebook. I don't really be on Facebook like that, but when I do get on Facebook, I'm in my group, The Cafeteria, and I know it's probably a lot of people trying to get in there. And to expect Mortal Affairs, I'm gonna upload it tonight, so it might come out tomorrow. It might come out tonight. It may come out Sunday morning. It's all up to Amazon, but I hope you guys read it. I hope you guys like it. I actually feel like I might have dabbled in some Southern Gothic because there's a whole slave plantation scene in there. It's nothing like Drew Collins' books. It's nothing like it. I think I dabbled in it. When you was talking the whole time, I was like, I think I did this without knowing. I think I did it. I don't know. That's why I'm a little nervous. So I was like, maybe I should wait till, people say something about it, the ones that are reading it, or just put it out and just say, fuck it, here you go. It's to the world. I don't know yet.
I'm gonna need that book. I'm gonna need to read that. And before I start your outro, everybody wanna know about your merch.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna start probably Sunday. Tomorrow I got junk removal coming, so I'm about to clean this whole house out. Sunday I'm gonna get all the stuff ready to go. We'll start the sale within the next week or so because I got a lot of stuff left over. I got a lot of book boxes, probably like 25 book boxes. Yeah, I got a lot. And I heard that the patches were really popular, the Drew Collins patch. So I was like, well, I'll order some more of those and sell them by itself. And then too, Southern Hearts, I gave a lot of stuff to Southern Hearts. So if anybody's gonna go to Southern Hearts, y'all probably have some Drew Collins goodies too.
Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to put one of those boxes aside. I'm gonna do something strange for some change for my husband, and I'm gonna need one of those motherfucking book boxes because what? I've been trying to get your merch for a minute. It always sell out.
Yeah, girl, I got a lot. I got the license plates things that say Drew Collins. I got the bumper stickers. I don't play. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it right, and I'm gonna go all the way with it. I do not play. So yeah, and then I'm gonna start working on hoodies because it's gonna start getting cold, and But yeah, these were one of the shirts. I got a lot of shirts left over, child. My little sirens and they little, yeah, I got a lot of stuff left over.
Just put my stuff to the side and tell me how much it costs so I can, get what I need. For real. Huh?
Girl, you ain't paying. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I promise. I promise I have you. You all right. You're all right. You're all right. I got you. I got you. You want the little patch too, girl? Yes, I got you, girl.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to do this outro because I feel good. I'm going to drink my ass off tonight, y'all. I hope y'all know that. All right. Granger, aka Desiree, doesn't just write books, she writes labyrinths. You go in thinking you know the path, and 5 twists later, you're somewhere you've never been, holding your breath and turning the page faster. Her work is proof that black fantasy and urban fiction can share the same page without compromise. That our magic is ours to shape, and that sometimes the best worlds are the ones that scare you a little. If you haven't stepped into her pages yet, fix that shit. Because once you do, you'll realize you're not just reading a story, you're living in one. This is Negro in Distress, Black Girl Tired Booktalk. As always, I say, stay loved, stay loud, and stay black on motherfucking purpose. Oh! Oh my God, yo. And for all of y'all that was asking for the Boozy Book Tour information, yes, we are having an event in Chicago. That's October 17th through the 19th. And yes, we are having a house music thing. If you're from Chicago, you know how house music is. We are going to have a brunch. We're going to have a book signing the day before, and then we're going to have a tea and spices thing that is going to be our meet and greet. And that's the Urban Tea Room, who is one of our sponsors, and foodies that love to read, and her spices that are based off of tropes out of books. And just like Urban Tea Room, her teas, if you need a book box that's just teas and your characters, she got it. Because, man, the girl makes some good-ass teas. You hear me? And our Lester Hair Products is also one of our sponsors, one of the oldest black hair products in the United States. Yes. So, if you want to go, there you go. And the Boozy Book Tour is going to the Melon Ball that's going to happen in Las Vegas. Jaquel J. Masterpiece, Estevan, E. Bowser. It's a lot. It's a lot. A.A. Lewis. It's a lot. So we have tickets on sale for that. And that's in February of next year. And it's a pajama jam. It's old to kid in play. So wear pajamas for 3 days. We're taking you on party buses. We're doing drunk karaoke, laser tag, arcades. Because adults can play arcade games too. Yeah. And we're taking you to see house party, and we're going to have the event. So, if you would like to be a part of that and meet the queens of the ball, come on. Come on, step into the room. www.boozybooktour.com. And our last event next year is a dungeon night. So, if you are into BDSM, it's exactly what the fuck it sounds like. So, that means we're having interracial, multicultural, BDSM, erotica, and dark romance. Those are the genres that will be there. That'll be in Denver, Colorado. And that will be a Dom Sub interactive kink play night. No phones allowed. 21 and over. Must sign NDA. It's going to be a time. It will be at the church nightclub. Yep. It's a church converted into a nightclub with gargoyles all over the place. Yes. Pray for yourself outside the club. Come in there and act dirty. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And then in 2027, we are having the Fantasy Ball, which is going to be fantasy, paranormal, romantic, horror, thriller, anime, comic books, all the above. Yes, that's going to be open. The applications open October 28th this year for authors, 75 authors, and then the tickets for VIP open December 15th for readers. And that's it. That's all I got.
God damn. I'm sitting here trying to shake my little bird chest. Yeah, 20 on it. Oh, girl, that's a lot. How are you? Girl, we're gonna be here all night because I'm like, y'all book events are getting. It's like y'all raise the bar every time. Every event gets like it's just every time. I don't know how y'all do it.
A hope and a prayer and good coochie, because our husbands be like, we tired of you leaving house. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's it. Y'all get the experience of 21 and over Storm Talk in Chicago. The Fantasy Ball is going to be in Savannah, Georgia in 2027. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna let Granger go, and in about 15 minutes I'm gonna come back on and we're gonna drink and we're gonna celebrate my birthday. I might even shake a little ass. It's possible, allegedly. Yeah. Thank you for coming on. Oh. But thank you for coming on and spending time with me and breaking your TikTok fast. I appreciate it. You got anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
You guys, thank you. You guys are awesome. I didn't get a chance to read the comments, but I just remember my girl Masterpiece being mentioned. That's my girl. I don't know if she was in here now. I feel like I saw her comment somewhere. Anyway, thank you, you guys. Y'all know the internet freaks me out. Booktalk freaks me out. And I really hope y'all enjoy Mortal Affairs. I'm gonna upload it now, and let's hope for a good release. I hope y'all enjoy it.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all.
Bye, y'all.